Okay, I am so excited. I have gotten back all of the losses for the last 2 months. I had dropped down to, I believe, 92,000 at one time, and I had started off with 100,000. So now I'm back up to that and have actually surpassed that just a little bit. So this is a good place to start. This is definitely playing into my mindset for the day of the excited thinking and positive. It leads to doing good things. Let's just put it that way. If you're in a positive mindset, you tend to make good decisions. But we'll see how today goes. All right, so on the opening screen here, this is actually starting at 9:35. So the opening bell is already rung, and it looks like we have bounced off of the gold SMA here, which was higher than this here. However, the gold SMA up here is starting to lose momentum and turning over. We drew this channel line and we're at the peak. I guess this is the 30-minute chart here. It looks like it's the MACD is maybe starting to turn a little bit. So the problem with this scenario is that we're kind of in a downtrend and but a longer uptrend. So we've got like conflicting information. We can see the uptrend clearer here. We've got definitely conflicting information here, and it's kind of tricky to make decisions based on that. So again, you just got to kind of focus on the very short-term chart here. And what's going on right here is that we are very high in the RSI and the MACD is really high. It's possible that it will turn over. So I decided to just watch it for a little while. And I went ahead and got in a long here. And the reason I did, I think, was because the longer term chart looked like it had bounced off that support. This does not look like it's a good, well, I don't know. There's conflicting information here too. The MACD is really low and it looks like it's turning up. But the RSI is high. We're at a resistance level. Anyway, let's see what happened. I did a long, let's see how it plays out. A lot of sell orders right there. That's a little nerve-wracking. The MACD down here is looking good. Okay, what I'm seeing here is that the MACD is showing an upturn on all the charts. So, okay, sure. All right, I happen to be right. It's going up. I had great expectations. I put it way up here. Not sure. I think I probably should have gotten out right there. The more conservative way would be to get out right there. Okay, I'm still hanging on to that first trade. It dipped down, but not too far. All right, I did go ahead and be the conservative one and get out here. So my first trade, I made 137. So that actually worked out pretty well. Looking back on it, I'm a little more apt to think I need to be a little more cautious here. But all right, I did another long, got in here near the support level, possible support level, and it started to go up again. Again, I'm thinking big things here. Not sure that's really going to play out, but usually I don't hang on to those all that long either. I tend to get out when it hesitates. And a big drop. That's a little scary there. 10 o'clock. I believe there was probably a report or something that came out at this point that made it do that. It dropped pretty good there. And I'm still hanging on. And it dropped even more. Ooh, I probably should have had a stop in there. That's not good. All right, so I was waiting for the turn, and it looks like there it is. And I'm still thinking I'll probably go up a good long ways. Looking at the longer term, I don't know. You could see it either way. I'm just kind of in the mindset of it going up. You could see that in that first frame when I saw all those time frames or all the MACDs showing that upturn. It does affect your thinking a little bit. It tends to taint what you see. All right, I think I'd given out at this point and was worried that perhaps it was going to drop. And at this point, I started kind of getting rid of that baggage from before, thinking that it was going to go up. And I did a reverse at this point. At break even, I lost all of my profit so far and hoping that I can stay in the green. So I got out here. My third trade is over and I'm basically at break even. I've only made $12.50, which covers my 3 commissions almost, but not quite. Okay, and at this point, with that great big drop and that piece of news that came out, yeah, the Dow slips it open with big tech earnings on deck. There's probably some effect that had on the market. So I decided to do a short at this point, which I do think was the right call. Alrighty. I believe I walked away from it for a while and it's kind of going flat. And changed my mind again. I decided, well, no, maybe it will go up. So I did a reverse order just 1 tick below where I had gotten in before. It took it, so now I'm in a long. And of course it dropped down at that point. All right, so I have my exit order in at these peaks over here. Very conservative trade. However, it doesn't seem to want to go above that SMA right there. So I gave up again, lowered my exit order, put it just 1 tick above again. So I'm just basically covering my commissions when I do that. All right, I'm out. 5 trades, haven't really made a whole lot here. I went ahead and did a short because it doesn't look like it's going to break above that right there. So I did a short, hoping that it drops down to this point. And it doesn't want to drop. It's gone up a little bit. Now it's coming back down. I went ahead and got out at a very small profit right here. I'm just basically making $50 at a time, less than $100 at a time. Just tedious. All right, it took it. Now I'm at 137. I've made 6 trades. Try to do one more. It is 10:42, so I'm kind of running out of time here. Okay, so I'm going to do a long this time. And I got in. And I'm hoping to get out at a very small profit again here. This is just $100. But this movement right here is very shallow. It's not going to go up or down very far at all. And that's actually not a bad time to trade if you can kind of get in at the bottoms and out at the tops. And it moves through that very small space, that very small channel there without too much risk involved. Okay, so I'm hanging on here. All right, good. Went up, good above from where I got in. Ooh, didn't quite get very far. See, I actually drew the channel in here, so you can kind of see we're sitting in the middle. I'm hoping to get out near the top of the channel. And if it drops down to the bottom of the channel, that won't be super duper far. It'll, it'll be maybe 250-ish. And I'm sitting at a $50 profit right here. So again, that's not a whole lot of money lost on that trade if I didn't have a stop. Okay, I had actually walked away. Actually, it looks like what happened was my phone died. So I lost my hotspot. Anyway, when I came back, I realized that it had gone up and executed my order. So now I've made 7 trades and $237 profit when you take out the commissions. Let's see, I'll go back again. When you take out the commissions, I think it ended up being about $189 in profit. So I'm still kind of on my mark for my goal for January. So happy about that. Thank you for joining me.